Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode with me, Fazila Bijo, where we will be talking about how to shift your identity in terms of your self concept. If this is something new, I will touch briefly in terms of what self concept means. Now, this subject is quite vast and it has depth, so I will touch on some high level aspects around self concept and then we'll go forward into examples. Now, your self concept is everything that you think you are, who you believe yourself to be, who you believe others think that you are, what you believe about the world. It's the sum total of all of your reactions, your beliefs, your patterning, your behaviors. Now, the reason self concept is so important is that everything about your life, everything in your life, actually comes from what you believe to be true. So it's quite important that we understand and we start to observe who we think we are, number one, but also who would we choose to be? What would we like to be? So this is where we want to understand what our concept of ourself is like and what we'd like to change. And in this way, shift what we identify with, shift where we believe our patterning, our conditioning, etc., needs to change. Now, we're going to go into some examples around self-concept, especially when one wants to manifest or bring about a change in, say, your relationship status, so getting that special person in your life. If you are a person who doesn't have a special person or a special someone in their life, you must now shift your identity to become a person who has that someone. When we shift our identity from being single to being married, there's a certain level of belief, there is a basic level of our patterning and our belief system that must shift. The same for getting a new job. You cannot be the old person that you are if you wish to have something new. So I will be giving you some examples in this episode so that you may start to understand how to construct the imaginal scene and how to visualize and what to visualize as well. So we're going to go into the examples now so that you can follow along. You will use your senses to construct your desire, that dream that you most wish to achieve. You're going to construct that in your imagination. And you experience this and you experiment with sight, with touch, with smell, with what you hear and what you'll feel. And you can select from many auditory, many sensory impressions in terms of constructing your scene. Because when you can actually construct a scene, like we went into the simple exercise of what would it be like to bite into a piece of lemon? You start salivating. Or what would it be like to hear your partner congratulate you on something you've achieved? You are now playing with different ways and means of structuring your dream in your imagination, structuring your desire so that you may become a person who feels it, and from feeling it, believes it, and from believing it, you change your whole self-concept from being the person who didn't have that desire to becoming the one who has the love, who has the desire, who has the confidence. So, to program a new concept of self. As I've mentioned before, in your imagination, you're going to see yourself as you would like to be seen, as you would like others to see you. It is assuming you become so strong in assuming and feeling that feeling of being that which you desire to be, that your believing and being become one, that you become one with the person that you most want to be. And this is where you go into the quiet space and you now have others see you as that person that you want to become in reality. That person who you most wish to become, that you once you assume, and that assumption becomes a fact. You must change how and what you see yourself as, and that is changing your self-concept. You want others to see you as that ideal that you wish to be seen as you wish to be thought of as. Remember, when your longing is neutralized, you cannot desire anything that you have already got. So your longing is neutralized. Your desire is yours. So you are seeing yourself from the other person's eyes as though you are already that which you have already achieved. So again, let's go on to a few scenarios. Let's go on to a few scenes. For that SP, your special partner, special person. Here's a recommended scene, and you can change this along in any way that you want to. When you're with your special person, when you're with that partner, choose something that would be simple, something that would be a given, and something that implies that you are together. So in this particular scene that I'm going to encourage you to practice, see yourself doing something ordinary that is a given, that says you are with your partner. You may be pouring a cup of coffee and you say, "Here you go, honey, here's a cup of coffee," or they turn to you and say, "Breakfast is ready." Now you bring into your imaginal scene maybe the smell of coffee, if you love coffee, or you bring in this visual of breakfast is presented to you and you're both sitting at the table. The next imaginal scene is the one for a new job or even a successful deal. In both these scenarios, being a handshake is significant of being successful. So in both these scenarios, when someone shakes your hand, you know that you're sealing the deal or you're successful in that endeavor. Now, one of the things I want to just highlight in here, so far, what we've talked about, in all of your imaginal scenes, you must see yourself participating. So in this scene where the lady is, and you can see from the arm on the left, the lady is being congratulated by the man. It could be for a successful deal, and you could see yourself shaking that hand, and you only see the hand in front of you, or you may see the other people around you. So I want you to remember, you've got to participate in your imaginal scene. Do not see this as a movie. You must be in the movie itself. So here you would hear people say, "Well done, congratulations, we'd love to have you on board, congratulations, we look forward to working with you." That is all you would need to be doing in terms of an imaginal scene. Now the next one is an interesting one, and this is for getting paid or receiving cash. What you will see in your scene is a notification. Now we have banking apps, we have cash, we could have a PayPal notification that comes through. You must take one of these, and in your imaginal scene, see it in the first instance on your phone. See yourself receiving a notification of money coming into your account. Don't overthink it. Don't look for the sum. Just get used to having that feeling of receiving the notification. You pick up your phone in your imagination, you see the notification. The next one is cash. See yourself with cash in your hands. You've just been paid for something, for work or selling a product. Doesn't matter right now. All we're doing is getting into the naturalness of getting paid. For anyone who uses PayPal, you can also see the notification come through via PayPal. Don't get hung up on the sum of money right now. See the notification come through, and you are to repeat this at least for 7 to 10 to 14 days, whatever it is, until you get the naturalness of these imaginal scenes. And when you get the naturalness, you must bring it into your imagination. Do this in the morning, do this in the evening. It is up to you in terms of deciding how much practice you wish to actually get into your imaginal scene, and how much you want to focus on developing your manifestation skills, and actually developing yourself in terms of manifestation such that it becomes a part of you, so you can then effortlessly create. Until we have mastered these processes and techniques, we have to start somewhere. We must actually practice. So I'm going to encourage you to choose any of these scenes and practice your imaginal scenes. Practice stepping into the state of the person who has already achieved their desires. I've given you quite a few examples, and I trust that these will serve you and help you. So if you have any questions, please pop them into the comments below. Breaking the concepts down and making these far more accessible. Remember, please go and read up this particular chapter in Out of This World. It is filled with a lot more. I've given you some of the basics here, and it is so that you can become far more practiced and attuned to what you need to be bringing into your imaginal scenes. So until the next video, thank you for being part of this channel, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.